What's up, everybody? This is the Mad Lyrical Wolf, DC, coming at you right now. Just got finished meditating, hanging upside down, the ceiling like a bat, on some relaxed, meditating vibes right now. About to share everybody my favorite topic, my top 10 karate movies. You killed my master, now you must die. My dragon dagger will destroy you and bring you to your end. At you right now, I'd like to introduce everybody to episode 2. Right here, I'm gonna be talking about my top 10 karate movies, dog. You know, everybody probably wondering around real hype and everything right now, and I'm real excited. I'm coming at y'all right now with one of my favorite topics, one of my favorite gears of all time. A lot of karate movies. I'm giving y'all a lot of information on the karate movies, and give you a little brief back history of the karate movies. Karate movies started definitely in the 70s, man. Definitely in the 70s. We've been around before that. The Shaw Brothers, they brought this big production company in Hong Kong, made a lot of movies. A lot of the great kung fu movies of all time came through the Shaw Brothers. Produced all the Venom movies, 36 Chambers, Five Fingers of Death, all the movies like that. That's going to continue to stay in our movie history forever. Yeah, the Golden Harvest took over. Once Golden Harvest took over, they brought Kung Fu to a whole new different level. They did a lot of movies with Bruce Lee, a lot of movies with Jackie Chan, and a lot of other famous Kung Fu artists and actors throughout Kung Fu history. Shaw Brothers was always in the shadows of Golden Harvest. They could never catch up. At one time when they was the biggest, you know, they was in the shadows, so they went under and they went to TV and everything like that, and did everything in a different way. Then they started making money again on the TV level and doing other stuff. But Golden Harvest just took that crown till that time. But before that, the Shaw Brothers, most of the movies that I'm gonna talk about today is gonna be from the Shaw Brothers production. The Run Shaw was them dudes back then. Every episode that I do, I'm gonna probably be a little animated. The last episode I did, the mob / gangster movies, I was sitting back on my laid back joint, you know, a little drink in the hand. When you watch mob movies, that's what you do. When you watch action and kung fu movies, it's a little different. Like, you watching the scenes, you like catching every little moment, you like, damn, let me wind that back. Oh damn, he fucked that dude up. Damn, sorry, he broke that dude back. Damn, like he did this. Damn, I like that kick. That was banging. That was dope. That was cool. You just be like in a trance, man. It's like you watching this thing act out, and it's like you can't keep your eyes off the screen. And it's a real addictive, man. It's a real addictive. Once the kung fu starts, like, you want to know what's going to happen next. Even if it's movies you already seen already, you still just, it's like you seeing it for the first time. Just quarantine right now in our house. Is a lot of us right now with nothing to do but eat, drink, and spend time with our families and do other stuff, keep ourselves active. That's why this is the perfect time to bring to you Let's Talk Movies. So let's get into my top 10 karate movies right now. My top 10 karate joints of all time. Let's start with number 10. Number 10. Enter the Dragon. Enter the Dragon was with Bruce Lee, man. I gotta put that as my number 10. It was made in 1973. It was directed by Robert Klaus. 3 big time actors in this joint. I like to talk about all of them one by one real quick. Try to give it to you the best way I could and run it down to you. Let's start with Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, that's my dude, man. Bruce Lee was more than just an actor and a kung fu expert. He's a philosopher. He taught us a lot of things, man. And he always will be, to me, one of the great minds of all time. Started out and when he was younger, started acting when he was real young. Became real famous after the Green Hornet. He played Kato in the Green Hornet. He was the driver. He was the kung fu artist, the one that dealt with gadgets and stuff. He was the one that kept that Kato and the Green Hornet crew kept things going, basically. Without him, they wouldn't have got out a lot of different things. He went to Hong Kong, started doing a movie, started become famous after that. And he ain't like the Run Shaw movies. So he had a thing with that. Like, he wanted not to do the ropes hanging upside down and all that, people up in the air fighting. He wanted to show real kung fu, hand-to-hand combat like that, made it look real as possible. So he hooked up with Golden Harvest and did a lot of films with them. My favorite part on Enter the Dragon is when Bruce is trying to school the young boy. The young boy comes, he outside, he go up to Bruce, and Bruce will like kick him. And the boy try to kick him, he like, what was that? The exhibition? Try again. They gonna tell the boy try to kick him. He's like, not with anger. Try again. Young boy try to come back. He's like, okay, you got it. He's like, okay, how that make you feel? And the young boy was like, let me think. He smacked him on the head. He's like, don't think, feel. It's like pointing a finger to the moon. Never concentrate on the finger or you will miss all the heavenly glory. The young boy bowed down with his head down. He smacked him on the head again. He was like, never take your eye off your opponent. Little stuff like that, man, is what made Bruce a philosopher. In his movies, he's putting that philosophy and stuff like that. And you gotta pay close attention to that stuff. I was John Saxon in this movie. John Saxon, it was in Enter the Dragon, white ball. You know, he had his little karate skills and stuff. But the thing about him, he wasn't known for that. He was basically known for a lot of horror movies. Anybody know about Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street? If you know about Nightmare on Elm Street, the dad. The one that played Nancy's dad, the cop. That John Saxon and Enter the Dragon. You know, that's what he was most famous on. And he played over 200 movies, believe it or not. So he had definitely a nice line of work. Dude, Jim Kelly, man. Jim Kelly was the black boy with the afro. He had nice sense of humor. And he has skills. Like, don't front on Jim Kelly. Like, please don't front on Jim Kelly. You know, he had the crazy joint when he hit you. He'd be like, oi! You know, Bruce had his wah! You know, get on top of you, stomp you, break your neck, crush you into the ground. Jim Kelly, man, hit you with that one punch. But what's crazy is Jim Kelly, even though he had an animated style, stuff like that, he knew Kung Fu for real. And he actually had 5 championship titles under his belt. So, you know, he went into the military, something like that. The military or the Navy had a lot of racial stuff was going on. And that was his influence right there to get into karate, and he used that. He used that as a way to fight through all that. During the times he was growing up, he incorporated in the movies. He became big in Hollywood during the blaxploitation movies. He had a movie called Black Belt Jones, and then he also had one called 3 the Hard Way. Yeah? People from back in the day, like my dad days, like people like my dad and my uncles and my aunts and all them, they know about them movies from back in the 70s and stuff like that, you know, blaxploitation movies. He became real popular after Enter the Dragon and a little bit before that. But Enter the Dragon is what made him, though. For real. That's what made Jim Jones. I mean, that's what made Jim Kelly. Now, Enter the Dragon, I loved it, man. It definitely was like one of them tournament movies. Everybody had to show their skills. I really love blood sport. That's one of my top movies of all time too. But I couldn't fit it in his top 10 because there's what movies that came out way before that. And Enter the Dragon was like the blood sport of 1973. It was like the 1973 version of Bloodsport. And he had Bolo in there. That's one of my other favorite karate bulls. Big, they call him the Chinese Hercules. He was about to fight Bruce. And then the bull Saxon got in there and you know, fought that bull. But you know, it was crazy, man. Like, and it was a real good movie, like real choreographed, good at the end. The fights. What's crazy about that movie though is the main dude, that hold the tournament, that did the tournament for everybody to fight. He was kind of corny, like he wasn't like the dudes was in the Run Shaw movies, like the bulls you had to find the pressure points on and everything like that. So I guess during that time he was like subpar, you know, but he wasn't on Bruce level. He wasn't like, you know, the thing about Bruce, like, you watch Chinese Connection, like, I will say that Chuck Norris was close to Bruce's level, but nah, like, Bruce ain't really had no movies that somebody was like better than him or on his level. Now, Bolo, we are just talking about the Chinese Hercules bulls. I think if them two ever would have fought on film, that would have been a good match. I think he would have probably been close to Bruce's match. He had the strength and the power and everything. Bruce probably would have got him with his quickness and probably found his weak spot. I thought Bruce would have definitely won between Bolo and Bruce. But I think Bolo probably would have gave him his money's worth out of that. But Drunken Master, man, was directed by Wu Ping. Started Jackie Chan. It was done in 1984, and it was a movie. The old head named Sam Seed. Sam Seed was the drunken beggar. You know, he was going around, never looked like he knew karate. He looked like a hobo, and he taught Jackie Chan how to use the style of being drunk. And what's banging about that movie what made all the other karate movies that stand out from all the other karate movies was that you had to actually get drunk to know how to fight. Which is the opposite of the barracker, because in the barracker, you know, the drunkest person is the person that get their ass kicked. And when somebody drunk, they be moving all over the place and slurred, and most of the time they get their ass beat. They get a black eye, they get knocked the fuck out. You know, we all know uncles, aunts, dudes around the way. They talk a little bit of the mouth and get drunk, and then they get knocked out. Like in America, in our culture, especially the black culture, bulls that get drunk they get crazier, but they don't get better. Like it's some people like, well, you know, when I drink, I drive better when I'm drunk. Like, come on, no. I do certain things when I'm high. I do it better. Like, you know, certain elements like marijuana and all that do uplift the spirit and give you insight to, you know, they ain't never make a movie yet, as far as I know. Dude smoke some weed and all of a sudden he gets some magical powers in the kungfu. Now I'm throwing too much stuff out there. It's something that I think that should be done, but I'm gonna start keeping my comments to myself. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to the Drunken Master. It was definitely done. Like I said, Jackie Chan had to get drunk and drink a lot to learn that style of getting drunk, and he moving around, slurred and everything like that. And it was awesome, man. Like the kung fu in there, choreographed, awesome. Jackie Chan, always gonna be, to me, respected for his style of kung fu. He ain't wanna fight you. He always try to get away from you. He always kind of like begging you, yo, don't let me fuck you up. I don't want to do this to you. You know, he was a comedian. So he put that comedian style in his kung fu. Everything he did, from using everything around him. He used his whole environment, whatever he had. He had a chair, this chain I'm wearing, his hat, his shirt, the rug, the cups that he had nearby. Like every little thing that he can use that was near him or on him, he used it. And That's what made him unique. He did all his own stunts, which was much respected for that. He used to be an acrobat. You know, as an orphan, he worked in like an acrobatic circus, and that's what kind of gave him the edge to do all the stuff he did. Broke his back countless of times. Probably broke every bone in his body by doing most of the stunts that he did. And came to me, I like his older movies better. I like the movies like Drunken Master and all them other movies, Spiritual Kung Fu.